mosquito on the street that was biting you and killing, or like any bug and killing an animal like a cow or a pig or something.
Killing bug. Yeah, I mean, we have to understand veganism over here. So veganism is a principle that says we should not exploit animals. It's not like you cannot kill, you cannot harm them. No, it's not like that. You know, we are in a system where we would harm others, you know. But the thing is that we are against exploitation. We would not go and use someone's body for our profit. And that's what we are responsible for, and that's what we will practically do, and that's what I do.
Mm,
I would
what's the
not go to any
difference
bug, any
between
cow,
a
any
life
sentient
of...
being. I would not go and take advantage.
Okay,
Go ahead, go
what
ahead.
is the difference to you, like, what's to you the difference between, for example, a cow that lives like a free life, like roams wherever it wants to, like eats grass and just dies of an age, and a cow that's being like raised in Switzerland does pretty much the same thing, but just gets slaughtered, like painlessly slaughtered in a farm, and then just gets eaten away. What's the difference
Yes, I mean,
to you?
in nature, if they die, I'm not responsible for that. I'm responsible for my actions. So if I'm bringing them into existence and killing them at the fraction of their life, knowing that they don't want to die, so that's what I'm against, and that's what we can do. In the nature, if they
Mm,
die, I cannot do something about that. But I would not choose to bring them into existence and kill them on the fraction of their life. Because,
mm,
if it's not, if I can live healthy without it.
okay, I see.
So what do you think that? Do you think that we should respect animals?
No, I mean, like, I feel like it's just a hard way to live, just being vegan. I mean, I get your point. You just sacrifice your quality, or like maybe you would love to,
No,
if you don't.
no. It's not like that. We have plant-based milk. I can make plant-based eggs. There are thousands of plant-based tasty foods. If you're not, I can show you the pictures. Like it's not like I'm sacrificing my life quality. No. I just replace some of the foods, and and it's almost same. I mean, maybe even better. I learned lots of cooking, and also I can in fact I can cook even better tasty foods now. I learned a lot. So I mean, it's a journey where we just shift, we just change our habits and diet a bit, and in fact it can be better for someone. It can be, it's up to the person, and it's not a big deal. Plant-based meat, plant-based eggs, varieties of plant-based milk, and also not a big deal.
So you asked me previously, like, well, why do I prefer to not be vegan? To me, I feel like just I love the taste of meat, of organic food. I love the how it tastes. I love how it feels after that, and uh, I feel like mm, we are just human beings, and if we, if an animal can kill another animal and eat it, that will be natural. Like, why don't we do it? Yeah, we might be doing like for uh,
Yeah, cause yeah,
capitalistic
cause
intentions.
we
Like,
are
yeah,
yeah we are moral agents, right? We are not lions. We are not wolves who would hunt each other. They in fact do a lots of other things. They do infanticide and all. We cannot just copy them. It's not like if lion do, so why cannot I do that? No. I mean, lions are different, right? They would kill their young ones. They might rape each other. They're not moral agents. They have no zero morality. But we are moral agents. We are so-called moral agents on this planet, right? And our whole actions are based on morality. We know what's right. We can assess
yeah,
the
I
difference
get it,
between
but
right and wrong.
nature didn't determine any of morality, first of all. And just you said that you don't really get any losses of being vegan, and I'm happy you don't. But for me personally, I would just not enjoy life as I could if I stopped eating my food that I really like to do day by day.
Do you think,
I could have
I know
taken
you're not okay. So
like
do you think that a few seconds of taste pleasures, let's say 2 minutes of taste pleasures, do you think that's a good justification to slit someone's throat knowing that they feel just like you against their will?
I personally can't contribute to a production of meat factories overall. There's like if I am not the only one who is sacrificing my quality of life, nothing will change because of capitalism. Like factories
No,
won't
I
start
mean,
producing
definitely.
anything.
No,
I
you
will
don't
not
have to change the
contribute
whole system.
anything.
Do you know how
What?
supply and demand? Do you know supply and demand?
Yeah, but I'm the one person, and
Yeah, exactly. Every
yeah,
one person. That's how.
demand won't
Yeah. So
change
for
by
you,
my.
yes. Yes. So if you reduce the demand, if you don't choose to eat animals, less animals will be breeded for you. The
Not really.
supply will definitely.
That's not how it
Yes.
works. I mean,
Can you show me
supply
the
demand is
evidence?
really,
That's
it's
exactly
really,
how it works. That's
it's
exactly
kind
how it
of,
works.
it's kind of a oversimplified model. Like if you stop consuming meat like today, the amount of meat that is lying on the shelves of the market, on the or the store of the shop, the amount of cows like that are killed day by day won't change. If you do spread the ideas of like veganism, people start doing it, that then the market will feels that way. But personally, it's not about me being
You don't have to change
like.
the market stronger. You don't have to change market. It's like your personal responsibility. If you think that your taste pleasures, few seconds of taste pleasures is not a good
It's not about the
justification, then
taste pleasure. It's
just
about
take the
nutrition.
personal
It's
responsibility.
about protein.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I also get all of my protein. No, it's not just you who need protein. All of the human being need protein, including me. So yeah, you can get all the nutrients you need elsewhere. You don't need to eat animals. The question is
Just
that
that
you
would be
are
just
eating
hard
animals.
to live for me to live. I would rather sacrifice a couple of animals and live a good life for myself.
No, that
It's
I
not
mean,
that
what will
I'm a
be hard
conscious human
to eat
being.
plant-based
They're
foods?
not. I don't enjoy drinking soy milk. I don't enjoy
My
eating
God.
ultra processed.
Spooky tip $20. The mustache is firefight now.
Oh my goodness, Spooky. Thank you so much. Where's those hearts? Come on, hearts. Work with me. Come on, hearts. Oh my goodness. Hearts. Come on. Come on. Come on, hearts. Let's go. Just imagine the hearts are flying at you. I don't know what's going on. The lens restricts the hearts or something. I don't know. Yeah. I think the hearts I think the lens that I have on there restricts the hearts. Thank you so much.
Why?
Because I wouldn't enjoy the way I live.
How do you know? You haven't tried it.
I
I'm
just know if
vegan and
I.
I enjoy the way I live with the foods that I eat.
No,
With
don't reflect your experience on my experience, bro. It's different. We're different. Don't compare.
Okay, well,
It's not
every
about
single
me.
vegan I've ever met, and I'm sure every vegan in this room can attest that their life isn't horrible now that they're not exploiting animals. So your logic isn't making any sense.
And if you
I
eat any
couldn't.
red meats, like cutting them out in general just makes you feel a lot better. It's scientifically proven.
Yeah, but this is not like a dietary thing. Like this is not like a like advocating for some sort of health benefit or something. Right? This is like a moral imperative, recognizing exploiting other sentient beings is wrong, and we should take action to not do that, regardless of the color of their flesh or the health, like like impact. Obviously, there are health benefits from being from consuming a plant-based diet, but that's not what we're discussing here right now.
Do you think that your life would be worse as a vegan than the animals' lives that you're taking right now? Who has it worse?
Yeah, I do. I think so.
You think that you
I mean, I
eating
would
delicious plant-based food is a worse
delicious.
life than the Yeah, I eat delicious
delicious
food.
plant.
I eat delicious food every day, and it's not. There's no
Yeah, it
animal
might be
products in
delicious
it.
for you. It might be delicious for you.
Oh, you're telling me you don't eat plant-based foods?
I mean, I do. It's not the only thing I eat.
So you're
How do
saying
you
they're
think?
not delicious? You're saying plant-based foods aren't delicious?
Mostly.
Okay, so
I
you
mean,
can have
make a
taste
sense.
It's not
pleasure.
good for my senses. Just it's not good
You
for
can
my
have
senses.
taste pleasure without the animal products, and your life is not going to be worse off than the lives of the animals.
Yeah, it might be a little bit.
So
Really,
is somebody coming to slit your throat?
no, I would just be nutrient deficient. I don't want to take any pills, but it will be
I don't
just more
take pills,
expensive for me.
bro. Where did you get this idea that all vegans are like popping pills to stay alive?
Where do you get your B12 from then?
Yeah, I get my B12 in fortified foods just like you do.
Which foods?
Cereal, grains, drinks. There's lots of things that are fortified. Have you not heard of fortification? It's the reason why there's so many healthy people on Earth right now, because most of the countries on Earth fortify their foods. The reason why they do this is because the soil has been depleted of minerals and nutrients from the agricultural practices of animal farming and grazing.
No. What's the fortification? Tell me. I don't know.
It's basically supplementation, right? Where you fortify foods with things like calcium and B12 and vitamin D and things that people have a hard time getting in certain regions, right? So foods come fortified. This is a process. I could share a whole documentary about fortification if you'd like to educate yourself on how that works. You'd most definitely, if you consume anything from like a supermarket, you're probably getting supplemented foods and fortified foods without even realizing it. And if you didn't have those, then you would be nutrient deficient. Even the animals, the flesh of the animals that you eat has B12 in it because those animals were supplemented. Do you not understand that?
What you're saying is how do you think animals get their B12?
Well, they either get an injection or they get it in their feed, like their soy feed or their corn feed or their grains, or they get it from lick blocks, which are basically blocks of salt
Injections.
that they lick on that gives them the supplemented B12 and other minerals.
So
Yeah, the soil that like cows get their feed from is so fertilized and it is so high production that there's not enough time for B12 to grow in the soil. Like they're not going to get B12 from the soil. And also, if you're worried about supplementation, just eat seaweed. You can get your B12 from seaweed.
seaweed.
Yep.
Yeah. Or if you there's other plants too that are high in B12. They're pretty rare and not like hugely accessible, but you know, that's something that the industry could develop. Or if you just want to go hardcore, fully pure whole food plant based, you could probably find things like duckweed and other plants that have B12 in them. But you know, you might as well. It'd be much easier just to eat cereal, right? To drink oat milk and soy milk or whatever plant-based milk you prefer.
So sum up your sources of B12 that are potential to consumption. So as I heard, you can have injected to plants B12 in chemical form, You can eat also seaweed, which contains it naturally. Am I right?
Right. B12 does not originate in mammals, right? It's in their gut because they've eaten it and it grows inside of their gut. But B12 is actually like a byproduct of cobalt that is digested by a bacteria in the soil. And then it gets into the plants or into the animals that eat from that soil. Right. But
Yeah.
the problem is with modern agriculture, since the industry has grown so large and we use so much land to grow monocrops to feed the livestock and to let livestock graze, right? This has depleted the soil, not to mention the deforestation, all the other factors, right? This has depleted our arable land, the soil. So if you were just eating meat, you would probably be deficient in B12. Like, it's actually recommended for most people to take B12 supplements, even if you're not vegan.
That's because most people don't consume enough meat on its own. You're
No,
saying
that's
like
not the
how
reason.
do
Meat doesn't
I?
have enough B12.
Hold up, are you suggesting that people eat more meat to get their B12?
I don't know about the ratios exactly, but B12 is usually comes from the meat, but by the means of most
The
human
reason I
diets
ask
that
is because
people
you're
stick
like,
to.
it depends on what meat are you suggesting people eat?
The most distributed worldwide, or like
So like red meat?
how people mostly eat chicken, which doesn't contain a lot, but red meat is it's usually the best source of B12 for human.
Okay,
I believe.
so you're gonna get heart disease if you eat tons and tons of red meat. Like,
I'm not talking about tons of red meat. I'm talking about just eating red meat
No,
and getting that vitamin.
it's one of the leading.
I'm not talking about, I don't know,
It's one of the leading.
eating red meat.
Holy cow! Can I respond? Eating red meat is the leading cause of atherosclerosis, which is the leading cause to heart disease.
Where did you get that? Do you have a proof?
Yeah, I do. You can take this back while I'm getting the proof. Drums.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically cholesterol, right? Like, red meat is the highest in cholesterol. It also is extremely high in sodium and trans fats, or polyunsaturated fat, one of those kind of fats. So it's this is directly linked to not just heart disease, but diabetes, lots of other all-cause mortality diseases is related to the consumption of animal protein. But regardless of this, like, other than B12, what else are you concerned about other than your taste pleasure?
I feel like it would just be hard to get your nutrients without eating meat at all.
Okay, well, there's people in this call with us right now who've been vegan for like over 30 years. Actually, at least 2 people who've been vegan for over 30 years. They have no problem getting their nutrients, their protein, their B12, and they don't exploit animals, right? Think about if you were vegan for that long. Every year that you're vegan, that's at least 150, if not like 300 animals, depending on how many animals you eat per year, that don't have to die for you. So think about, multiply that times 30 years. I can't even do
Yeah,
the
it's
math.
quite a lot, but
That's tens of thousands of animals that don't have to die for you. And when you say, well, I'm just one person, I don't affect the whole market. This is obvious nonsense, right? You know that your actions are having a direct impact on victims. And when you don't demand violence
No,
towards
okay, I get it.
other
I get it.
individuals, there will be less individuals who have to suffer that fate.
But you can't say that your guys in the Discord call that are like staying vegan for 30 years. They're going to have a good time in the future. Like you can say that they're living a good life, like a better life, whether compared to whether the situation where they would eat meat. It can be only determined by their age of death. Like if the guy didn't eat meat at all and dies at 60, well, he could and like die at 80. That
So
would prove
you
that
seem
would
to
prove your
be
point wrong. We can't really say anything about their
Mhm.
quality of life.
Sure. I mean, you could make your life whatever you want it to be, right? Like whether you're vegan or not, you could have a higher quality of life or not so high of a quality of life, right? This is just a baseline of how we ought to treat others. It's not saying it's going to cure all your diseases and answer every question you've had to make you a successful person or whatever. It's not like you're going to live forever. None of that matters, right? But like, let me ask you this, since you're so concerned with the benefits, what do you think the number one benefit of going vegan is?
Mental satisfaction by not killing animals. I feel like that's it.
Well, the number one benefit is for the animals, right? They don't have to die for you.
That's about you.
And
That's not about animals. If you are satisfied
right.
that you're
And
not
that's my
killing
point.
animals,
That's kind of my point here is you're concerned with the how it benefits you. You're right though. Like the benefit is you don't have to be a hypocrite. You don't have to wear that on your conscience for the rest of your life, knowing that every time you go pay for an animal product, you're paying for the death of a sentient individual, right? And that's why I think being vegan, they do have a higher quality of life because they don't have that burden on their conscience, knowing that
I mean, wait.
what we're
I don't really
doing to
have
these
any.
animals, no, what we're doing to these animals by the billions is unfair and unjust, right? And we don't participate in that. So we don't have to feel like total pieces of shit. Don't you think you'd have a
Not
higher
all
quality
people
of
have
life?
not all people have a. How do I say this? How do I put this?
I
Not all the people
posted
have a.
I posted the study in the chat, but I just want to ask if like this shows you that it's a contributor to atherosclerosis and cardiovascular disease. Does this mean that you're gonna go vegan?
I mean, I'm not going vegan by results of debate, certainly, but that can change my perception.
Okay, so yeah, it is a contributor to atherosclerosis, which is the leading cause of heart disease.
If you're provided with the evidence that you can be healthy, that and you agree in the principle that we should not exploit animals unnecessarily, like don't you have the responsibility at that point to like choose?
I don't feel like I have a burden on my chest to like thinking that I killed someone, like any animal. That's what animals do in nature. They just kill each other. That's just in nature.
But we're
Right, but
not,
animals are not moral agents,
and we're not in
right? You
nature.
should hold yourself to a higher standard.
What does being moral agent brings to the world, despite your mental satisfaction? Like, how does this you being
Well,
moral agent relate to the?
it brings about progress through means of peace and nonviolence, right? So it makes a real impact on the real world outside of your own selfish ego. It's not just to feel better about yourself.
Let me think.
Do you think that like with any other injustice, you would say, okay, I realize this is wrong. I realize this is cruel and unnecessary, but like it doesn't really bother me that much. I'm going to keep doing it. Like if this were not enslaving non-humans, if we were enslaving humans and you realize it's, unnecessary, it's cruel, it's something that we don't have to do, that we should probably stop doing, would you treat it the same as you're treating this?
What?
Have you seen the 3-minute video yet? Like to know what you're paying for? Because I don't think, like, somebody who sits here and says, I really doesn't bother me that much. It's like, have you not seen the baby pigs getting their heads bashed into the concrete? Have you not seen the day-old baby chicks getting blended to death alive in an emascerator? And you're telling me that kind of shit is just okay with you?
I mean, if I had a choice, I wouldn't buy that meat. Like
But
from
you
these
do.
animals, I
You
would just,
pay for that. This is 99% of every
that's
product.
determined by my conditions of living. I can't really move out of the country. I would, if I
There's
could.
no country on earth that it's not operating like this. Like this is a necessity to feed the world
It's not
animal
about
products.
animals cannot be only killed by a meat grinder. They can be killed in more
Yeah,
ethical
yeah.
ways.
And in countries that are less developed, you know how they kill them? They put them in plastic bags and suffocate them to death.
Okay, it looks like we are at enough to do music stream. I'm gonna just keep the Discord here. We're gonna look at the chat, but I'm not gonna be listening to them. We're gonna start with the new song that I did today. It's called Decide. You guys tell me. We'll listen to it a couple of times. You guys tell me what you think of it.
How do we decide? How do we decide? How do we decide? How do we decide? A mother cow doesn't get to see her baby. Or maybe she does, but she doesn't get to raise her in peace. And as for sheep, they were forced through manufactured birth to not be able to survive the heat. How do we decide? How do we pretend that we can decide if someone thrives? That choice is theirs, not ours. But we can decide if they die or survive. Or we could decide to not bring them alive into a life where they are forced to comply. Decide. Why don't we decide to let non-human animals live their life? We could be the good guys, not the selfish bad guys. What a surprise that we can survive off plants we don't have to wear the disguise. the god of demand. How do we pretend that we can decide if someone thrives? That choice is theirs, not ours. But we can decide if they die or survive, or we could decide to not bring them alive into a life where they are forced to comply. Decide. How do we pretend that we can decide if someone thrives? That choice is theirs, not ours. But we can decide if they die or survive, or we could decide to not bring them alive into a life where they are forced to comply.
Well, that is the song. If I had to say, my favorite part is that, like, breakdown part. Decide to be vegan or comply to genocide. So good. But, like, if I had to pat myself on the shoulder, like, that part, yeah, that's the real hitter right there. Yeah, we're gonna probably listen to it again, just one more time. You know, like, just to make sure that people are, you know, on board with what the lyrics are. I'll kind of go through it a little bit more and explain it this time. Unless you guys heard the lyrics, I think it's pretty articulate. I don't think it's, too hard to understand, but let me know. Maybe I won't explain it. Maybe we'll just listen to it again. And then we'll go on to other songs that I've been working on. And then I will show you guys B.A.B., the song that will be released on Apple Music, Amazon Prime, and stuff like that. You'll hear my voice instead of AI voice. However, with these AI videos, I have been making it more my own. I've been making changes in the sound, the voice, the tempo, and I have been making them quite a bit different than the original AI. And the reason it feels Halloweeny is because these AI songs go to the game that I played, Don't Starve, on Black and White Vegan Gamer. That's what these songs are going to. So they sound Halloweeny because of that. Don't Starve is a more Halloweeny kind of game, and so it's to fit the vibe of that game.
How do we decide? How do we decide? How do we decide?
Okay, the reason I put manufactured birth is because I wanted to say something other than selective breeding. I didn't want to say selective breeding because it's like, oh, like it's overused, and I think it just like flowed better to say manufactured birth because that is what selective breeding is. It's just a different way to say it, and I felt like it just sounded better. That was one thing that I wanted to explain. And then there's one other part that I wanted to explain.
How do we decide? How do we pretend that we can decide if someone thrives? That choice is theirs, not ours.
Yeah, so how do we decide if someone thrives when that choice is theirs? Yeah, like we can't tell. Like this is like addressing the whole thing with this is addressing the whole concept of like when people say, "Oh, I give them a good life," you know, you can't really tell someone you're giving them a good life. That's for them to decide. To say, "Oh yeah, I have a good life." And we're never gonna understand. We're never gonna actually know whether animals, like in farms or like whatever, we can't determine how it is like how good we treat them. It's their perspective that we have to account for. It's not our perspective that we have to take into account. It's their perspective. That's why I was. That's what that was addressing. And I don't think that's something I've ever seen in any song that, like even a vegan song, that has ever been. It was just kind of new.
We can decide if they die or survive, or we could decide to not bring them alive into a life where they are forced to comply.
Yeah, so we can't decide if they thrive, but we can decide if they die or survive. Or we can decide if we bring them alive, like if we decide not to bring them alive in the first place, where they're forced to be in a world where, or be brought into a world where they're forced to comply. That's what I was, sorry, I was getting my tongue a little twisted. And that's pretty self-explanatory, because
I decide. Why don't we decide to let non-human animals live their life? We could be the good guys, not the selfish bad guys. What a surprise that we can survive off plants we don't have to wear the disguise of the god of demise. How do we pretend that we can?
okay, so that is supposed to say god of demise. We don't have to be in disguise of the god of demise, and that's addressing like humans always are determining that we are determined by God to, reign over this dominion, where we're constantly just slaughtering them, and that's fine because but to the animal's perspective, it is their demise. So we don't have to be guided by this god of demise or be in this disguise that we are the gods of their demise, because we are the ones who are bringing them into existence in the first place. Yeah, and again, we don't have to be the good guy. We don't have to be the bad guys. We can be the good guys, you know, to animals. You know, we can finally just stop being such dictators and assholes all the fucking time. And we could just decide to be, you know, decent fucking human beings.
Decide if someone thrives, that choice is theirs, not ours. But we can decide if they die or survive, or we could decide to not bring them alive into a life where they are forced to comply. Decide. How do we pretend that we
Decide to be vegan or comply to genocide. Oh my gosh, that goes so good. Like that, just that little bridge breakdown is just so good. Decide to be vegan or comply to genocide. You're making veganism is the choice, you know, where you are making that choice, or you're simply complying to the genocide that everyone else commits. You are complying to the dictators of the world to say, you know what? This is what's gonna happen. These beings are lesser than us. Let's fuck them up. And you just comply to that, or you decide to be vegan and say, fuck that. No, I ain't doing it. So good. I'm gonna listen to it again.
decide to be vegan or comply to genocide? Decide to be vegan or comply to genocide? Decide to be vegan or comply to genocide? How do we pretend that we can decide if someone thrives? That choice is theirs, not ours. But we can decide if they die or survive, or we could decide to not bring them alive into a life where they are forced to comply.
Okay, now, here, I am very nervous about this one, okay? Oh my goodness. Guys, you have no idea how nervous I am to show you this song. Because this is me. This will be out. Tomorrow, I'm going to be working on my, album cover. Album. Dude, I got a speech impediment with that word, I swear. Album. Cover. For Bottom Tier Vegan. That is going to be what I'm working on tomorrow. But the first release of that record is going to be basic ass bitch. B-A-B. Okay? It's just B-A-B, but it's basic ass bitch. You know? That is going to be the first release of this album, Bottom Tier Vegan. So, just this is actually me though. We're actually gonna hear your boy. The first person of the audience outside of Allison that actually got to hear this is Luke. That was his birthday present. So he was the first one that actually got the sneak peek of this. Hopefully you guys share his enthusiasm about it. We'll just listen to it. But anyway, I'm nervous. Oof, I don't want to press it. It's so hard. Here we go. Don't be basic. Be vegan. Don't be basic. Be vegan. Don't be basic. Be vegan. Don't be basic. Everyone standing around me, judging me, acting like I'm crazy. Cause I'm not contributing to slavery, exploitation. It's only normal to have no compassion. It's such an exaggeration to not salivate at those sitting in the road defecation, crying right before the road delay.
As long as they're having a good life, it doesn't really matter if they have a taken with a sharp knife. Used to say I love you all, now I love you all. Unless you're not vegan, if you're not vegan, you're a basic ass bitch. Killing to sadistic, frenetic, apathetic, idiotic ideas. Never looking at the facts, always trying to find the cracks. To justify, to decide, then you start to cry. When it's not for being on the wrong side. Don't be basic, be vegan. Don't be basic, be vegan. How are we supposed to say that it is okay to agree to disagree when you say that it is okay to decide someone's life? Make sure they never get to see the day where their loved ones get to grow strong or even get to live long. Yet you say vegans are obtuse, but somehow you think it's better to justify abuse. Fucking crazy, bro. If I were to speak more appropriately, you're a basic ass bitch. Used to say I love you all, now I love you all. Unless you're not vegan, if you're not vegan, you're a basic ass bitch. Killing to sadistic, frenetic, apathetic, idiotic ideas. Never looking at the facts, always trying to find the cracks. To justify, to decide, then you start to cry. When it's not for being on the wrong side.
Okay,
They're just animals.
okay, I can't play that one. I can't play that one. That's the one that I have to delete. So yes, that is yeah, that's that. I will hold on, I'm gonna make sure that yeah, I'm gonna make sure that everything is in order. Okay. Glad you didn't go to sleep yet. Well, I'm glad you didn't too. So, we are gonna play this again, and then I'll go through what the lyrics are, okay? So, obviously, the first part is don't be basic, be vegan. That's what the first part is. And then we'll go through the rest of what the lyrics actually are. Don't be basic, be vegan. Don't be basic, be vegan. Don't be basic, be vegan. Don't be basic.
Everyone standing around me, judging me, acting like I'm crazy, 'cause I'm not contributing to.
Okay, so this is kind of obvious, but this is like kind of like more of like me being in Utah. Like, it is so weird how like when I first went vegan, like legit, everyone was standing around me, judging me, acting like I was the fucking crazy one. They were like, "Oh my God, you're vegan?" Ah, like fucking flabbergasted just for the fact that I even said that I made this decision. Like I was someone who was doing something wrong. Like now it doesn't happen as much, more people are accepting to it, but like oh my goodness. Like when it was first like when I was first vegan, like everyone was like, "Holy fucking shit. What? You're fucking wild, bro." It was nuts. Tad, I will go back and play the whole song through after this because you just made it. So I'll play the whole song through without explaining it, but we listened to it once. I'm gonna explain it now, and we'll listen to it again. But this is going to be on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Prime, YouTube. It's gonna be everywhere. Just to let you guys know. This one is actually going to be a full release. I'm just showing you guys the sneak peek before it, just so you guys know what we're actually going to be getting into, and then I'll fully release it. So,
Exploitation, it's all.
don't be basic.
Judging me, acting like I'm crazy, 'cause I'm not contributing to slavery, exploitation. It's only normal to have no compassion. It's such an exaggeration to not salivate at those sitting in their own defecation, crying right before their own delay.
It's only cuz yeah. It's only normal to have no compassion. It's such an exaggeration to not salivate at those sitting in their own defecation. Um uh um so yeah, that's kind of like the more vivid part, but it's true. Like everyone acts like, "Oh my God, you're so fucking extreme. You like, why would you even care like about this? Like, why are you forcing your views on us?" Blah, 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 blah. Like, bruh, you're literally salivating over beings sitting in their own defecation. bruh, like, like, I'm the one who's fucking crazy. We're gonna go back a little bit.
Around me, judging me, acting like I'm crazy, 'cause I'm not contributing to slavery.
Oh yeah, and slavery, you know, like animals are non-human animals are equally slaves. Change my mind. You won't.
It's only normal to have no compassion. It's such an exaggeration to not salivate at those sitting in their own defecation, crying right before their own delay.
Oh yeah, also like every non-human animal equally cries right before they're gonna die as humans would. Like, just because they're not human, that doesn't mean they don't cry right before their fucking mutilation. Like, fucking gas chambers are the most fucking horrible thing to fucking hear. Oh my goodness. Like, I'm an auditory, like, more stimulated by audio than I am by visuals. Like, visuals don't stimulate me as much, but like audio really does, and I will never unhear like turkey screams, chicken screams, pig screams especially. Like, oh my goodness, it is just insane how people hear that and they're like, yeah, that's fine. And like cows screaming in slaughterhouses, also fucking horrible. Most of the time they're silent and they're trying to panic, but when they do freak out and like you vocalize themselves, heart-wrenching every time. Like, it makes me cry legit every time. Oh man.
As long as they're having a good life, it doesn't really matter if they have it taken with the sharp knife.
That's just a call out at halal people. Like, as long as they're having a good life, it doesn't really matter if I have it taken with they have it taken with the sharp knife. Like, yeah, that's just a call out at halal people. Like, they fucking make it seem like, again, with decide, you know, we can't really decide if they have a good life. That's up for them to decide. It's not up for us to decide. That's up to them. And so they could be thinking that they have a terrible life, and then you take it with the sharp knife.
Used to say I love you all, now I love you all. Unless you're not vegan, if you're not vegan, you're a basic ass bitch.
I used to say I love you all. And I did. I used to say I love you all even after I went vegan for the longest time. Because I'm a loving guy. I've always been a loving guy. I used to try to love everyone on this planet. I used to. I really did. I tried to love everyone. I used to tell everyone I love them, even if I hated them. But it just got to the point to where I saw, and, you know, like, I would even have debates about this with people, right? Everyone is just a product of their environment. Like, we can't really, I can't hate someone for being a product of their environment. I really tried to be so understanding. And then I even had a coworker one day, and he was like, nah, bro, you fucking love Hitler, and Hitler's just a fucking product of his environment. And I bit that bullet. I did. When I, like, and this was a coworker who wasn't vegan, right? Like, he fucking, like, he tried to invite me over to his house all the fucking time to have steaks with him and shit. And I just, like, wouldn't fucking do it. And so I was just like, but I bit that bullet, and he just thought I was absolutely insane. And he was like, nah, there's some fucking shitty people out in this planet. And eventually, once I just realized that, I was like, and I felt so weird about it at first, but then I finally just like, you know what? I love you all, unless you're not vegan. And after that, I used to get some shit for it. And some people were like, I love you all, even if you're not vegan, right in front of my face, just to like make it seem like what I'm saying is wrong. And I'm like, even if you think that way, like, I don't really care. But as I've gone through that, I've never gone back. And I'm never going back, because it's true. People should be held accountable for their fucking actions. It's so true at this point, to where we all need to be held accountable for what we fucking do. So I love you all, unless you're not vegan. And if you're not vegan, you're a basic ass bitch. Appealing to sadistic, fanatic, apathetic, idiotic ideals. That's what that says. Appealing to sadistic, fanatic, apathetic, idiotic ideals. Never looking at the facts, always trying to find the cracks. Never looking at the facts, always trying to find the cracks to justify genocide, and then you start to cry when you find hold on. When you're exposed for being on the wrong side. Everyone starts to like try to find the cracks, so they're always trying to find some loophole around being vegan, and then the moment they're called out for being on the wrong side, they start to whine like a bunch of fucking meat flakes, like boo hoo hoo. And then I say like, okay, we just have a fundamental moral disagreement, so I'm gonna just say that you're a piece of shit and we can move on. And then they start to fucking cry, oh, why would you call me a piece of shit, that's so rude, blah. Like, fuck you, you know what's rude? Slitting somebody's throat for your fucking sensory pleasure.
Don't be berserk vegan, don't be berserk vegan. How are we supposed to say that it is okay to agree to disagree?
How are we supposed to say that it is okay to agree to disagree? This, oh man, I have such strong feelings about this. I will disagree with you, but I won't agree to disagree, because agreeing to disagree means that like we're still going to be friendly beyond our disagreements, and I don't do that. I will simply disagree, say fuck you, and move on.
When you say that it is okay to decide someone's life, make sure they never get to see the day.
When you say that it's okay to decide someone's life, make sure they never get to see the day
where their loved ones get to grow strong or even get to live.
Where their loved ones never get to see the day where their loved ones get to grow strong or even get to live long.
Yet you say vegans are obtuse, but somehow you think it's better to justify abuse.
Yet you say vegans are obtuse, but yet you're the one who justifies abuse. This is all pretty self-explanatory. I don't need to explain this. This is all pretty self-explanatory.
Fucking crazy, bro. If I were to speak more appropriately, you're a basic ass bitch.
You should say I love you all now.
And yeah, you're fucking crazy. But more importantly, you're a basic ass bitch.
love you all unless you're not vegan. If you're not vegan, you're a basic ass bitch. Killing to sadistic, frenetic, apathetic, idiotic ideas. Never looking at the facts, always trying to find the cracks. Still trust the facts, and you sign, then you start to cry. When you're never being on the wrong side.
Okay.
They're just
So, Tad, are you here? We'll listen to it one more time, all the way through, no interruptions. But if Tad's not here, we'll just call it a we'll move on. Cause I have one more thing about music that I want to do, and this involves the fellow vegans, cause this is a challenge. This is the song that I'm gonna use for the challenge for shorts, and the challenge is whoever gets to match. Okay, I'll play it. But anyone who matches what this is going to be, the lyrics to that song, and they match it to a short the best, they get to decide, and it's all judged by me. But anyway, whoever, if you tag me and I look at it, whoever wins, and I'll do a stream while I'm reacting to all of them, and whoever wins, they get to decide where I donate $50 to any sanctuary. So yeah, that's gonna be the challenge, and we'll probably do more of these. But yeah, they get to decide the sanctuary that I donate to. My only condition is that it's a true animal sanctuary, like a vegan sanctuary. I'm not, like, there's sometimes that people say they're sanctuary and they're not really a sanctuary, they're not really a vegan sanctuary. It has to be a vegan sanctuary. That's my only condition. But anyway, we're gonna play BAB one more time, all the way through, no interruptions, and then we'll play that. Don't be basic, be vegan. Don't be basic, be vegan. Don't be basic, be vegan. Don't be basic. Everyone standing around me, judging me, acting like I'm crazy, 'cause I'm not contributing to slavery, exploitation. It's only normal to have no compassion. It's such an exaggeration to not salivate at those sitting in their own defecation, crying right before their own relay.
As long as they're having a good life, it doesn't really matter if they have it taken with a sharp knife.
Used to say I love you all, now I love you all unless you're not vegan. If you're not vegan, you're a basic ass bitch. Killing to sadistic, frenetic, apathetic, idiotic ideas. Never looking at the facts, always trying to find the cracks. Still trust the facts, and you sign, then you start to cry. When there's nothing being on the wrong side.
Don't be basic, be vegan. Don't be basic, be vegan. How are we supposed to say that it is okay to agree to disagree. When you say that it is okay to decide someone's life, make sure they never get to see the day where their loved ones get to grow strong or even get to live long. Yet you say vegans are obtuse, but somehow you think it's better to justify abuse.
You're fucking crazy, bro. If I were to speak more appropriately, you're a basic ass bitch.
Used to say I love you all, now I love you all. Why should I think it if you're not thinking you're basic ass bitch? Killing to statistics, melodic, apathetic, idiotic ideas. Never looking at the facts, always trying to find the cracks. To justify to your side, then you start to cry when you're not being on the wrong side.
There you go, Tad. What do you think? What do you think, Tad? Give me some feedback. Okay, we're gonna go to... Yeah, no worries. My guy, it's been a minute. It has. It has been a minute. Red Panda, sorry, you missed me playing VAB. It's gonna be my official release. You know, one that I intend to make at least a little bit of money off of. I don't know how much money, but you know, at least a little bit. It'll be all in all streaming platforms, and yeah, so kind of missed it, but you know, it will be an official release, so you'll get to hear it then. But I'm not gonna play it again. 2 times, that's it. Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good. I promise. It will be an official release, and then you don't get then you won't miss it. But so now we are gonna play the short. So now we're gonna play the short, and first I just want to say thank you guys for all the positive feedback. I really appreciate it. I do hope you guys liked it. I was very nervous playing it. I'm very nervous. Seems like it's getting mostly positive reviews on it, so appreciate you guys. I don't know. Hope you guys aren't being yes man. Oh, yeah, very nervous. But I'm gonna play the short one now. We're gonna play so this one, for context, one more time. I'm gonna play this, and then once I put it on YouTube, because I'm gonna put it out on YouTube, It's going to be out there for people to use as their short. They all get to make a short, and whoever matches it to the lyrics the best, right? And makes the, well, maybe not match it to the lyrics, but makes the best vegan short out of this. And it can be anything. It doesn't have to be any, like, it doesn't have to be a slideshow or something like that. It can be anything. It just has to be good, you know? The best one to match it to the lyrics and or to the song that I'm going to be playing will get to decide where I donate $50 to sanctuary. It just has to be a vegan sanctuary.
All you have to do is understand. You don't have to be divine, benign, an elevated form of mankind. You don't even have to properly define the word veganism. This isn't imperialism. It's liberty, justice, and freedom. We are not the kings of the animal kingdom. We are all equally animals.
It's intended for vegans. Like, but I don't know. Like, maybe non-vegans will listen to it. Probably not. It's a little bit in throwing it at them, but I'm not here to just appeal. I'm just here to release music and see what happens with it. Like, I'm not here to have a pamphlet and saying, this is for this audience, this is for that audience. I'm just releasing music and see what happens. Just making it as good as I possibly can. Like, I don't know who my intended audience is. Cause like, who fucking knows? Non-vegans might hate watch it or hate listen to it. You know, it might be one of those like crap on songs. But anyway, we're gonna play that again. The short. So this is one more time, or a couple more times.
All you have to do is understand. You don't have to be divine, benign, an elevated form of mankind. You don't even have to properly define the word veganism. This isn't imperialism. It's liberty, justice, and freedom. We are not the kings of the animal kingdom. We are all equally animals.
So it is I'll play it one more time and then I'll say the lyrics.
All you have to do is understand. You don't have to be divine, benign, an elevated form of mankind. You don't even have to properly define the word veganism. This isn't imperialism. It's liberty, justice, and freedom. We are not the kings of the animal kingdom. We are all equally animals.
All you have to do is understand. You don't have to be divine. You don't have to be benign. You don't even have to be an elevated form of mankind. You don't even have to properly define the word veganism. This isn't imperialism. This is liberty, justice, and freedom. We are not the kings of the animal kingdom. We are all equally animals. That's the lyrics. So, um, my, it's probably one of my favorite lines I have ever wrote in my life is we are not the kings of the animal kingdom. Like, I'm not gonna lie. That's probably one of my favorite lines. Because, like, everybody talks about the animal kingdom, blah, 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 yada, yada. We ain't the kings of this shit. Go anywhere in the animal kingdom and go find out if we're the kings or not. Like, go to even a monkey like a mandrill, okay? Go tell a mandrill that you're the kings of the animal kingdom. See what fucking happens. Make that a shirt? Bet. Maybe that might be the second album. We are not the kings of the animal kingdom. But yeah, that's gonna be the short. I'm gonna release that for a short. And again, it's gonna be a challenge for those who make the best short using that little track, that little audio piece. They will get to decide where I donate what sanctuary I donate $50 to. So keep an eye out. I'm gonna be doing that probably tomorrow, so I don't forget. And I'll just like put like captions on it. And then we're gonna share it out and everything. I'm gonna like branch out to a bunch of people, tag a whole bunch of people, and stuff like that. And we'll see who gets there. That song, the whole song, I probably will. Maybe not on my first album. I have a whole lot of songs that I have to determine what are gonna be on like actual voices and stuff. Because I've been dropping a lot of music on Black and White Vegan Gamer. Like every time I make a video, I drop a black and white or on Black and White Vegan Gamer. And this song is on there. I can't remember what video it's on. But if you want to see more of my AI stuff, yeah, all this stuff is gonna be on Black and White and Vegan Gamer. Like all my AI stuff. I might even just start releasing the AI music there too, and then put it onto the video. Or just maybe not even making the videos and I just release the AI music there on Black and White Vegan Gamer. I don't know yet. We'll see. But yeah, all these songs that I make by AI are now just going to there. Yeah, so I've been dropping a lot. I've been doing this for 8 weeks now, so I made like 8 more whole songs. It could be, I have to determine which ones I'm gonna actually want to do with my voice and stuff. But I probably will decide. I probably will do that song. Define Veganism is what it's called. I probably will do Define Veganism. And then, yeah, a few others from there. But the official bottom tier vegan album is what I'm going to be working on first. And the next song to be done by me is Morally Superior Vegan. And then it will be bottom tier vegan. And then it will be it'll be Morally Superior Vegan, Just a Vegan, bottom tier vegan, and then top tier vegan, and then maybe a couple of others. but those are gonna be a part of the album, and yeah, basically. Spooky, by the way, sorry I missed today. uh I was late. It was very late. I was talking with Allison, getting ready, and her and I were, or yesterday we were late to the release. Sorry about that. Been kind of been figuring stuff out, but no, all the drama has been finally done within this little circles of that, so we won't talk too much more on that. But yes, we are done with that. I'm probably gonna do a little bit more outreach, or at least display a little bit more outreach, and then we'll call it a night. But thank you guys for listening to the music. That was a lot of fun. I'm super excited with how the music's gonna go. I'm super, 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 super excited that I finally got a full release on music. Holy cow. I am like, the fact that I finished a song is just holy cow. I have been like doing this for so long, and I have made so many terrible, terrible songs, and oh man, like to finally just make something that is good, at least enough listenable, is just enough, you know. And like I said, I don't know who the audience is gonna be. Like, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get some hate views on the music. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get some vegans who are just wanting to support. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a whole lot of things. I'm pretty sure that this music is going to eventually get somewhere, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a mix of all of it. Some hate views, some, maybe it might help some people go vegan, maybe it won't. Who knows? I do know that this BAB song is gonna have a music video to it, and you know, we'll see, you know. But yeah, let's go back to doing some outreach. Oh no. Is everyone, did everyone leave?
Yep.
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. All the non-vegans scurried away while I was doing a music stream.
I think it was my fault. I think I chased everyone away with a long soliloquy that never ended. But
And Nick really killed the vibe.
yeah, I just destroyed the vibe. Done. Ruined. Yeah.
You did good, man.
What did you do, Nick?
You know, I don't know. It's all kind of a haze. I thought it was a Hail Mary with that guy. That guy was like that guy was like watering a stone. I mean, there was no emotion at all in that guy. It was
Yeah.
It was hard.
Well, okay, but that doesn't answer my question. What did you do? What happened?
Oh, what I do? I tried to steel man the appeal to nature. That wasn't maybe the best idea, but you know, and then I like tried to like get him to like like admit he wants to be a decent person, you know, and if you want to be a decent person, these are things you have to do. Otherwise, like, and that knowledge is a privilege, you know, but it also comes with a duty to like at least do 30 days, that whole thing. Yeah, I don't know. I tried all that, but it didn't work.
Orb D, are you
Hi,
vegan?
what's up?
Are you vegan?
Oh no, I'm not vegan. I'm normal.
Oh, you're normal. Okay, do you know what a vegan is?
A vegan is a person or a creature who only consume plant-based foods.
Okay, well, that's a plant-based person. Um, so a vegan is someone who rejects the exploitation of animals, i.e. slavery and murder when it comes to entertainment, clothing, science, labor, and or for food.
I would only cut it down to food only. I don't exploit other purposes of animals like entertainment or
Okay, so you
other
don't go to
stuff you
like
mentioned.
you don't go to zoos, you don't go hunting for fun or like trophy hunting. Uh, you don't buy animals for pets, kind of thing. Is what you're saying, and you don't like wear leather. You don't wear fur. Is that what you're saying?
That's probably gonna be like synthetic nowadays. Like you won't find natural,
Oh, work boots are still
like
pretty
animal
heavy.
derived,
Yeah,
like fur or leather.
yeah, work boots are still pretty heavily natural leather. Jackets are
Yeah,
still
you could be right.
yeah, jackets are still pretty heavily on the natural
Car
leather.
seats.
Yeah. So anyway,
But like, which one is worse? Is it like killing animals or like killing people and children?
I I wouldn't ask me. I determine actions.
So you don't care about human.
Oh, hold on.
You only care
No,
about animals.
that's not what I said. I determine actions determines moral value to me. So like if there's a shitty person in this planet, I don't think they have far less moral value than like an ant. So like
Or like, what about 1 years old child?
yeah, I might determine that the 1-year-old child has like a human child might have more moral value than ant. So
Is a human being to you considered to be animals?
considered, well, if we determine that animals
I mean,
have
the value, like levels here, are they the same value? Because you say human could be less.
well, I just said that a human child probably has more moral value than an ant. It just
okay.
yeah. So it's all kind of circumstantial. Again, actions determine moral value. If it's on an equal playing field of a decent human being, I might determine that they have more moral value than a non-human animal. But again, this is all just kind of like, again, that's only my opinion. The thing I'm trying to speak on behalf of veganism here. And so when you say food, I was just trying to get to see if you like were being genuine, if it was just food that you're worried about. So if it is only food, what is the thing that stops you from going vegan when it comes to food?
Morals.
Okay, morals. So
Yeah.
so they're morally less than your taste buds then? Is what you're saying?
No. That's not what I said.
Well, you don't need to eat them.
We were designed to consume proteins from meat, like scientifically.
Well, that doesn't even matter because we scientifically can get proteins from plants, fungi, and other sources. We don't have to eat them. Like even
It's not only protein, there's like other enzymes and
yeah,
like
we can get all the nutrients that we need to survive and thrive from plants and fungi and other sources.
I need to Google that or like search that up
Sure, I can even provide.
to make it fair, you know.
Yeah, here I can even provide. Let me look up on. Let me get on.
But I have more concerns on human beings that are being killed and tortured nowadays, like morally than chicken, let's say.
Yeah, so
So, I mean, how many chickens out there today are they like more than population of human beings,
yeah,
or maybe cows or
there's
fish?
well, in total land animal deaths per year. This is just deaths per year. There's 90 billion land animal deaths per year for animal agriculture.
So we need to consider the least amount, like the least number, because we don't want them to extinct, right?
Well, I would rather chickens go extinct than to be bred into existence to be used by humans.
Because that's the concern. That's the big title here to continue that species, because we don't want that species to be wiped out from the face of the earth, right?
Why? Why would
So we would care.
Hold on, but why would we continue a species that is only like to be purposed to be used by humans? Why would we continue that?
Well, if you don't use it, another creature will use it.
No, they won't, because they won't exist. They'll be extinct. That was the whole premise.
They have their own natural way.
Well, hold on. No, chickens only breed because we allow them to breed. They are
What do you mean, chicken don't breed if we just let them go in the wild?
Well, they could if they become feral. And the red jungle fowl is a wild chicken, right? They're the ancestor of the domesticated chicken. But what I'm trying to say and establish here is that hold on, I'm trying to find your proof for the so anyway, what I'm trying to say is that if you are like domesticated chickens are simply bred by humans, they're not in the wild right now. Red jungle fowls are in the wild. Chickens aren't. Chickens are a domesticated animal, just like cattle are domesticated bovine. The wild bovine that that cattle came from was called oryx, and that species was put to extinction in 1627. So if we're to talk about extinction being bad, what about the extinction that happened to the wild oryx because they were competing with domesticated cattle? That was the main reason, is because oryx were more aggressive, they were bigger, they were super violent towards humans. They did not like humans at all. They didn't let us milk them, for example, where cattle do, because cattle have been domesticated to just like being more acceptant after they're put into submission. Like oryx are not going to be put into a submission like cattle are. So like I think it's interesting that you're bringing up extinction, because oryx alone was an animal that was put into extinction for animal agriculture.
How could you spell Eric's?
It is Aurochs.
Sorry, come again. AUR.
OCHS.
Oh, Eric's. Okay.
It's R.
Yeah, apologies. English is not my my first language. It's like my third.
It's okay. It's pronounced oryx, like ah.
Oryx.
Oryx. Yeah.
Oryx.
Yep.
All right. All right. No, it's all right. All right, I will go search and I will go improve my knowledge about the nutritions that
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna pull up the
we
American
need.
Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics right now. I was trying to find the whole position paper because I used to have it, but I'm not able to find it at the moment. So,
So you're like 100% sure that a human being can be like totally relying on plants-based foods to have the sufficient or to cover the total requirements of needs for the
yes. Um,
like nutrition
so
to their body, to their human bodies. Yeah.
So most dietetic associations, including the American Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, on veganism, suggest that the vegan diet is adequate for nutritional health for all stages of life, including infancy, like lactation, like breastfeeding and stuff like that, all the way up to senior adulthood.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just pull that up real quick. Oh, did he leave?
I just shared it in the side chat, the link.
Oh, thanks, dude. I was trying to find the position
I
paper
also
the Wellmonger gave me, but I couldn't find it, so I was... Oh, whatever.
Yeah, found it. Pumped Hub? Oh, it's Pumped and CPI.
PubMed. It's PubMed.
Yeah.
PubMed. What does that stand for? PubMed.
Like published medicine, I think, is like the acronym, something like that.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, it's an abbreviation.
National CDI. Yeah.
But yeah, it's the if you just go to the abstract alone will tell you that it is the position of the American Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics that veganism is an adequate and appropriate diet for all stages of life, and it provides some health benefits, including reduction of heart disease, and may have some correlation to cancer. I think I can't remember. I'm paraphrasing at the moment.
Type 2 diabetes, that's also linked to eating like animal-based foods. Okay. Fat high intakes of vegetables for soy.
This thing is also pretty dated. Like getting B12 is not really an issue for vegans anymore. Like this is kind of pretty dated. Like B12 is so easily accessible nowadays.
As a substance, like as like over the counter
Well, like not even supplements, but like fortified foods.
Supplement.
Yeah, but yeah, not only that, but like fortified foods. Seaweed has B12 in it. Like it's yeah, like B12 is not really an issue. Like you can even drink an energy drink and get your B12. Like you'll get more than a day's worth of B12 just drinking an energy drink like Monster or something. Like I'm not saying I'm not saying that's a reliable source because like it's a heavy amount of caffeine, but B12 is...
Yeah, I definitely would avoid energy drinks.
Yeah. But it is
and it contains taurine, which is
non-essential.
a supplement that is
It's not really a
That is a. It's an animal-based extract, right?
It
Like
doesn't
taurine.
there is
Synthesized taurine.
yeah, there is other sources of taurine that we can get supplemented to. It doesn't have to be animal derived.
Okay.
Yeah, and actually, as a matter of fact, almost all taurine in supplements, energy drinks, and food products is synthetically produced. Or produced. I don't know why I say produced in that way. Hey.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Aloha. Could you your hot mic and could you
Like,
mute yourself?
especially since your English sounds like it's your first language. Just saying.
Yeah, English is my first language. Am I speaking too fast?
What's your second then? No. You're good.
I speak a little bit of Swedish. I speak a little bit of Spanish, and I speak yeah, that's pretty much it. Just a little bit of Swedish and Spanish.
Swedish is a little bit tricky.
I'm
Öntmugen.
It's like if I grew up with my mom's dad who speaks Swedish, so like for me, it kind of is not so hard to learn. The the hardest part for me is probably the grammar. Is the more difficult part.
To be honest, German is easier than Swedish. Swedish is quite difficult.
It can be. And I think it's mostly tied to the grammar.
Yeah. Skål.
Yeah, school. But yeah, so
you know, in my religion,
okay,
the people who decide to, like, I mean, let's say the clerks, right? Like the priests, they would avoid animal-based foods in their journey to seek higher degrees or like higher spiritual levels, and like in their accomplishment, in their religious accomplishments. Let's put it this way. So it's preferable, or it's highly advised, to avoid animal-based foods, and they would only like rely on plants-based foods, because that would affect the spirits, or like it's spiritually positive for them. That's why I have this question, or like interest, to chase veganism somehow, because they definitely have a good reason to do that. I mean, we're talking morally, like, more often the reasons in this server is like the people who are here are talking more of a scientific, let's say, or like morally, let's say. But like, I don't know if someone brought it up religiously. So just want to add that on. Okay. I'm not vegan, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, so what's your religion?
I'm Muslim.
Okay. So Allah doesn't doesn't restrict like or prohibit veganism. I like you can be vegan and Muslim at the same time.
Sorry, you said you can or cannot?
Can. CAN.
Oh yeah, of course you can. That's what I just said. Like there are some clerks or some sheikh. I don't know if you know what sheikhs. Like a higher degree of being
Yes.
a priest
Okay, yeah,
in the
yeah.
religion. They tend to avoid like meats in their food. They would only like, let's say, rely on rice because that's like the favorite food for most Middle Easterns, and beans, zucchinis, lentil. But I think they drink yogurt. I don't know.
Yeah, so here is the Middle East Vegan Society. They actually have they
Have
specialize
hybrid system, yeah.
they specialize in helping like uh Muslims and people from the Middle East and Northern Africa go vegan. Um and like they have a English version and they have an Arabic version. And
I'm not sure, like in Middle East, if we have the same mechanism of utilizing animals like cattle and chicken. We could have like a less aggressive. I mean, I don't know. Like I've seen the factories or like the like when they produce burger, let's say in the US. I've seen one documentary one day and how messy it gets, like the cows and the way they treat it. And here we're like, I'm not gonna say we have more friendly, like animal friendly fields, but like the way they treat animals, let's
yeah,
say in factories in Western world, or like chicken and the miserable way they keep in them or they grow them.
yeah, so you can't the thing is that's what you determine. You say that you treat them better. Uh, like whether someone has like a good life or not is up to them to decide, right? Like I can't tell you that I'm giving you a good life if I raise you, right? You determine whether
Yeah.
like you determine whether your parents treated you right, right? They don't determine whether they treated
Yeah.
you right. Like they might think they were treating you right, but you might have a different opinion. And most of the time, this does actually happen. That's just because we ourselves determine whether we had a good life or not. And that's the same thing for animals. They determine whether they feel they had a good life or not. But even if they did get a good life, that good life is cut short when you slit their throat.
I see. Yeah. Yeah, it's a different philosophy in here.
And when you slit their throat, that is a if we were to do that to humans, right? Even if you think that humans are superior, like if you think they're a higher level being, and they have dominion over animals, the animal would still feel the same way a human would in that position. Uh, they both would not want it to happen. They would both fight for their lives to prevent that from happening. That's why you need to get them to submit by pinning them down so you can slit their throat.
For human beings to be like throat slitting, we have that more often in Middle East.
Huh?
Never mind.
Yeah, like you're saying that it's more common for humans to have their throat slit than animals? Like,
In Middle East, yeah, like in Israel.
I can't uh substantiate that or deny that. Like I have no idea. Um I
It's out there,
yeah,
like you can Google it and search it.
yeah, I wouldn't I wouldn't say that that justifies what happens to animals, regardless if that's the case. Like, I wouldn't say that that's a viable thing to say. Uh, like,
I mean, I'm just considering that humans are just creatures, like cows or chicken.
yeah, I would
They
agree.
also being like, yeah, they're also like being held in concentration camps,
Yeah.
tortured,
Um,
raped, and then killed.
What I can tell you is in animal agriculture altogether, 90 billion animals die per year, and that's just land animals alone for animal agriculture. So if we were going to compare that and say more humans die, um, for like in the Middle East, but overall, and the Middle East does buy cattle from these like mass produced animals. It's not just like they just raise them different. It's not like they don't support that system. They have to get the animals from somewhere, and they don't. It's not like they can't just sustainably get it from just the local areas. They do have to sometimes pay. And
Yeah, I know they import some cattle from Brazil's.
yeah, um, so they do support the global animal agriculture, regardless if they raise them different or not. Um, and so, uh, the no matter what, you are contributing to 90 billion animals dying, uh, for beef, uh, 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 lamb. I forget what it's called. Uh, Gutton or whatever it's called. Um, like red meat, chicken, white meat, turkey, pigs. I know you don't eat pigs, but anyway, all the animals that you do, you are contributing to that. And then if fish, for example, they are on the trillions of numbers that die per year. So in total, all animal like exploitation for sustenance alone is, and like leather, sustenance and leather alone is in the trillions of beings per year versus only like a couple 100,000 of humans dying per year. When we have almost 10 billion people alive right now. Or 9 billion, sorry. Mutton, thank you. Luke, appreciate you.
With you.
Yeah, he left.
Oh, shit.
Nick, you and I are just sending everybody away. Let's go. Just kidding.
Yeah, no, I know how you feel.
Fuck, man.
There's like there isn't any.
With
Yeah, I know the Cardinals is. Yeah.
sorry.
I guess
Go ahead,
I'm.
Nick. Sorry.
Maybe I'm just boring. Maybe that's what it is.
The Cardinals are all. The Cardinals are just all like it's like they've all been drained by vampires or something. They're all just apathetic piles of mush.
religion did not make those people more compassionate to the animals. They taunted the animals just as much as the traditional slaughterhouses. Yeah, I agree. VSL. I concur. Neither kosher nor halal has made people have any more consideration for animals than even Christians. And the funny thing is about Christianity, like people say animals don't have souls when they're Christian, but like in the Bible, it even says that they do have souls. It's fucking crazy. Like all these religions are just wild. And how people use these religions to justify the ends to their means is just wild. Yeah, it's like we don't have lungs, right? Animals don't. We're the only ones with lungs. Animals don't have lungs. They don't breathe. They don't have their own air that they need to consume. They don't they don't enjoy fresh air like we do. Fun fact about cows. Did you guys know cows enjoy bananas like way more than we do? Yep. Cows enjoy banana. It's like crack for cows. Because their they are
nice.
Their taste buds are just so high. Like they have such high flavor profile that they can taste the sweetness so much more than we can. And so yeah, bananas are like crack, and they even get the sweetness out of this the skin. Like they can eat the skin of the banana and still taste the sweetness out of the skin of the banana. It's nuts. Or I guess it's bananas. Haha. Wow, that's the time that you don't do the soundboard. There we go. That's nuts and bananas, says VSL. Yes, like me with an orange. I will eat the skin of an orange. Who else here will eat the skin of an orange? Anyone else? Nah, just me.
I like the skin of grapefruit, but not much orange.
Bro.
I mean, I put a little bit of orange zest when I'm making like chocolate cake. It gives kind of an orangey chocolate orange flavor. It's nice.
That's interesting. First time I've heard of that. Gotta try that.
I eat the peels of pineapples. They're I eat the peels of pineapples. Are great.
Okay, well, peels of pineapples is a new one for me, and grapefruit. But I cannot
stop it. Get some help.
I cannot even eat grapefruit without the peel, and like grapefruit is like the bane of my existence. So
I eat the shells of coconuts. Those are very healthy.
I feel like Louis is capping right now. Louis be capping. He's going cuckoo head on us.
I like that line about like kind of about cows enjoying fresh air the same way that we do. I think that actually I like the focus on fresh air because so many of these animals don't ever get any fresh air. But also because it's sort of like such a primary experience that we kind of overlook, but we still get a lot of enjoyment from breathing fresh air in the morning. You know, that's something we all enjoy. So
Yeah.
yeah, and it's also about the breath. You know, the breath is such a core aspect of life. You know, we need to breathe so desperately. So yeah, no, I think it's a nice one to mention. That was nice.
Yeah. I don't know. Like the breath of fresh air, man, is next level, and we all kind of, all of us animals definitely enjoy it. You know, it's not like no one wants to be breathing in fucking gross, dusty air all day. You know? Everyone wants to go outside once in a while.
I mean, sorry.
Hello?
Sorry. The like, I've been talking to a little bit more people that are away from this, I guess, Discord today about some of this stuff, and the like, I think they just know. Like, I just think right now at this point, everyone just knows about what's going on. You know what I mean? But they have like these defenses, like of why it's okay for them to do this thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like they're unaware. Like I think that maybe a lot of us were unaware on some level, but I just don't really encounter that much anymore.
I think people claim they're unaware. And then
yeah,
I notice those people that claim they're unaware go all to the anti-vegan arguments right after they get educated. And like they've been a debate bro of anti-vegan rhetoric for so long. Like, I don't know, people are just getting more and more disingenuous.
Yeah, I'm about to lose connection, but like I'll be back in a sec.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the problem is like in your country, the way they slaughter animals is just like heinous and it's a sin. But like in my country, we like sing them lullabies before we slit their throat, and so it's okay.
Yeah. And hey, you know, Nick, I think Utah is better than Texas on how we treat animals. And so you know, I think Utah has earned the right to slaughter animals more than Texas does. Cause you know, Texas is wild. Y'all are a bunch of drunk, you know, drunk cowboys that don't manage their temptations enough, and you just abuse the animals, and then you also say like, you also have a whole bunch of propaganda about pigs that are attacking humans like they're these were animals.
Yeah, but we pray about it, so it's okay.
You pray about your were pigs?
Yeah. We pray it away.
Dear God, please, please do not smite me for executing these werepigs that are attacking my family right now inside my house. Please just let me go into the forest and annihilate them all. Is that what you're doing? Is that how you're praying?
Yeah, like I keep a cross on my AK-47 when I go out to like mow the pigs down.
I have an idea. Like, should I host a dog meat event? Like, somebody would pretend to eat dog meat, and well, let's see how they react.
Like right now or in real life?
My internet sucks. Did you
VSL,
hear?
that's straight facts.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I was just saying, like, should I create an event like the dog meat be legal? Like somebody would, let's say, I would pretend, be, that I eat dog meat and all. Would see the reaction of carnists, and then,
Like Elwood dog meat? Have you heard of that, Iman?
which one? Sorry.
Have you heard of Elwood dog meat?
I could make an event.
No.
We could call it make poodle meat legal.
Mm-hmm.
Make poodles.
Is it nutritious?
Poodle meat. What's that?
Poodles.
Is it nutritious and delicious?
You guys don't know what poodles are?
Oh, okay.
That's the fluffy dog.
Oh, okay. Get it. Yeah, this one is nice fun. Yeah. Then create the event. Should this meat be legal? Like, should poodle meat or whatever should it be legal?
Yeah, I think Axel makes some jerky. You could probably use the jerky for as Elwood dog meat. You still make jerky, Axel?
So I gave the recipe to a buddy of mine, and he is now selling it. It's he built off of my recipe, but yeah, like so, when I make jerky, I just make it for myself, but when he's actually he's gonna be making money off of it. So, and it's the same concept, like really firm jerky that is to help strengthen your jaw muscles. It's still really tough, but not too tough to where you can't chew it and you're gonna die. It's just enough to work out those jaw muscles. And yeah. Do you want me to make the event, Mandrake, or do you want to make the event?
Yep, go ahead.
Okay. Alrighty. Veganism is better. Next.
You seem really focused tonight, Axel.
Yeah, I've had a lot going on this week, so I'm kind of my mind has depleted, and so.
Well, you're on point with your with that last conversation.
Excuse me, guys.
Hey, what's up?
I was new here, so somebody can explain what type of discussion is going on.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we are talking about veganism. Have you heard of word veganism before?
You mean reproduction?
No, veganism. Vegan. Have you heard? Have you heard this word vegan.
No, please you
One is
explain,
vegan.
please.
Yeah, sure. It's actually an ethical principle that says we should live without harming, without exploiting animals. So do you think that we should respect animals? Dark Vitex.
Right. Thank you. Okay, thank you,
Sure.
man. Thank you so much.
Sure. Like, do you think that we should respect animals?
Okay, I understood. Continue.
Mhm. Like, do you think we should respect animals? Dark, if you can hear me.
Hi.
Hello. You wanna continue, Axel, or should I continue?
I don't care. Hello.
Hello there.
Ciao.
Guys, I have a question. May I?
Sure.
Guys, from where you are talking? Which country?
I'm from India.
I am from India.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah. That's why I was asking you, like, do you think we should respect animals?
Yes, I am that only I am asking. Don't mind.
It's okay. It's okay. I understand you, bro. You just, if you understand me, then just answer the question right
Yeah,
away.
I
I can
understood.
understand you, right?
I
So should we respect?
yeah,
So should we respect animals?
yeah. We should respect animals, and we have to give a food to them.
Hmm, nice. And do you think that animals, they feel pain, they wanna live, and
Yeah,
they care about their life?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. And do you think it's fair, it's respectful to cut their throat and take away their life against their consent, against their will? Even though they don't want to die, still we like cut their throat and take away their life, even though they try to run away from us, right? They care about their life. Do you think that's fair?
Yes, you are right.
I mean, it's moral, it's good or bad to cut their throat and against their will.
Uh, my suggestion is I have to suggest that all why everyone want to eat like a chicken and etc etc. They can be a vegetarian also. Why they are eating this and nonsense and all?
Are you vegetarian?
Yeah, I am vegetarian, pure vegetarian.
Like, okay, by birth, or you went veget? Are you like vegetarian by birth, like, since your childhood?
I eat only food which like grow in the
Like,
land because like wheat, chapati, and the homes make.
hmm,
My mom is
get it.
make that that only we eat.
Yeah. What do you think of milk? Like, you consume dairy, right?
Milk.
Yeah.
That was I not understand about that, but I'm not sure because I don't eat drink milk and I don't use in my food milk.
Okay. Do you eat like curd, milk, cheese, butter, paneer? anything made of milk, like
Yeah, I
sweets.
eat. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll talk about milk, right? So do you think like who do cows produces milk? Like cows
For their
produces milk
kids,
for us or for their baby? Exactly.
for
And
their
in order to
kids.
make exactly. And in order to produce milk, they have to be pregnant, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know how we make them pregnant?
I I don't know about that.
Yeah, we forcefully inseminate them. We would jerk off a bull to get their semen, then we would like put our hands into their vagina, and then like we would pass the semen through it
Like
into their
we are
vagina to make
doing.
them pregnant.
They also have own feelings, and they also select by their own. Why we are forcing them to do?
Because we need there is see we have 1.5 billion people in India, right? And there is an insane demand of milk. There's insane. Every people wants ice cream. Somebody wants paneer. Somebody want milk. So to meet this insane demand of milk, we have to forcefully inseminate them.
Yeah, you are right,
We
brother.
what we do to make profit from them, we kill if somebody wants ice cream, paneer, tooth, blah blah. So
And for tea
this
also,
huge
everybody
demand of
make
milk.
tea.
Exactly. So what we do is that we if the baby is male, if the baby is boy, we would kill
Yeah,
them. We would sell them away to the slaughterhouses. And if the baby is female, we will separate them away from mom so we can steal all of their milk. So we would give more injection on the top of that so they can produce even more milk. We would use their body. They would lose their
yeah.
baby every year
Somebody,
and
uh, somebody was given a different type of food to giving extra milk and all, etc., etc.
Okay, so I am going to go to bed soon. I just kind of realized. So I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play Decide one more time. Yeah, we're gonna play Decide one more time just for an outro, and then I'll say my outro. Yeah, I think that's that's what we're gonna do.
How do we decide? How do we decide? How do we decide?
I love you all.
How do we decide?
Unless you're not vegan. If you're not vegan, you're a basic ass bitch. Don't be basic. Be vegan. And I'll see you guys next time.
But she does. Bye. To raise her in peace. And as for sheep, they were forced through manufactured birth to not be able to survive the heat. How do we decide? How do we pretend that we can decide if someone thrives? That choice is theirs, not ours. But we can decide if they die or survive. Or we could decide to not bring them alive into a life where they are forced to comply. Decide.
I did it.
selfish bad guys. What a surprise that we can survive off plans we don't have to wear the disguise of the god of demand. How do we pretend that we can decide if someone thrives? That choice is theirs, not ours. But we can decide if they die or survive. Or we could decide to not bring them alive into a life where they are forced to comply. Decide. Pretend that we can decide if someone thrives. That choice is theirs, not ours. But we can decide if they die or survive. Or we could decide to not bring them alive into a life where they are forced to comply.
Don't comply to genocide. Decide to be vegan. I love you all. Unless you're not vegan. If you're not vegan, you're a basic ass bitch. Don't be basic. Be vegan. I'll see you guys next time. Bye 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 bye. Bye 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 bye. Bye.